Okay, so some people, if not everybody, should already know about the whole thing with YouTube and the whole copyright thing and the whole, the AdSense changing, but the whole, what they deem, like advertisement in general is changing is what they're trying to tell everybody. But, YouTube always finds a way to take this the wrong way, and some people just really think YouTube just, if it keeps screwing up on its own, chances are it's just going to keep doing it, because people just repeat the cycle. That's just what the creators wanted. They don't want people, like, essentially YouTube is just trying to boil down to, like, if you put in tags, and again, they won't really tell you which is blacklisted, but essentially, like, it'll flag your channel and delete it. Because in case you don't know this, people might say that you won't necessarily get a copyright strike, but in some cases it can, though. If you got like two types of copyright strikes you can get. You can get one for just uploading like something, somebody takes it down, or like it's against the TOS copyright. That one doesn't really happen as much, but you'd be surprised that one of your videos could get flagged because like maybe you put like what they call an inappropriate tag in some of your videos, and that has happened. It's never happened to me, but it can happen to some people. And YouTube tries to pass it off like, well, your video could still stay up. Well, yeah, you're right, your video could still stay up, but at the same time, though, you very well could get your channel taken down, and YouTube didn't explain it fully. Because, YouTube doesn't always explain everything, because they don't really care. And then it seems like they never really did. It's all about money. But it's like, they always seem to piss people off, again, and it's not going to change anything. If YouTube really cared about this website, they wouldn't try to badger their fans to the point where everybody's just going to up and leave if this continues. And then people might say, well, YouTube's not a real job. Well, tell that to people like PewDiePie. Tell that to people like Markiplier and Jenna Marbles and Mr. Repsion or The Amazing Atheist. Even though I don't watch any of their channels, but and everybody's different. But again, yeah, YouTube can say whatever the hell they want. It's their website. But at the end of the day, the customers are what make it what it is. The creative content holders. I mean, if you can have the media lie, spread propaganda, fear, and they can make money, then you're going to tell me that I can't be some guy that could make content for people for all the right reasons rather than for all the wrong reasons, and then you get all these people that are out there trying to take advantage of people. It's okay for the world to be polluted and tainted by hypocrites like that, but not people that actually try to do the right thing. You see, the way I look at it, YouTube is just run by a bunch of people that don't care. And for the people that do care, they don't get much of a say in it because they're not high enough on the spectrum. It's essentially like the owners just don't care because, why would they? Make so much money doing it, and they know that, they're always, they don't care. Why would they? It's their money. They can do what they want with it, sure, but at the end of the day, they just want other people to, come along and replace YouTube. And, I mean, sure, maybe it's not as bad as I'm making it sound, but essentially it could be anything, though. And YouTube has always been like that. And it's like random. Some people on YouTube, I've had people come up to me and tell me that, YouTube is just, it's really more of just a website where you upload stuff, and, it's just about the content that you make, depending on the words that you use, or it's just not going to be monetized. But keep in mind, though, it can go one step further, though. Knowing YouTube has done things that they've never explained before, and there's even been things that they never really, they didn't really care to explain. YouTube has been a website where, somebody will come along one day and just replace it. Back in the day, MySpace was a website that most people used to use, but then a lot of people just got sick of it because of all the viruses and people easily hacking into the servers, the weak servers rather. And eventually, Facebook replaced it. And then YouTube did as well. But my point is, though, when you go on the internet and YouTube, as long as people are able to make money, and people will still be able to make money off this website, but at the end of the day, when you think about it, though, people are going to find themselves just eventually leaving this website because they just can't deal with the ideology anymore is what it really falls into. And honestly, put it this way. I mean, people say that I shouldn't complain about this, and you're right. I usually don't. But when people keep putting it out there, not because so many people are saying something about it, but especially that, but why can't YouTube just stay with one thing rather than trying to hypocritically piss their fans off? Because again, you got to admit, yeah, you can say that YouTube has every right to do this, but that still doesn't excuse the fact, and they're not going to get out of this unharmed, because there's going to be some stuff that they're going to neglect themselves to. Sorry, they're going to, if they're going to change their policies to the point where they're crippling the fact that people are making money, they're doing the same thing to their pockets as well as their AdSense, or as well as their customers and reputation. Yeah, you can laugh and say, oh, they make all this money, but my point is they could make even more money if they just let people do what they could. Because the more videos that are on YouTube, the more money they make. I mean, they're making already a buttload of money, but mind you, though, they can make even more of it if they would just let people keep doing what they do. If you can tell me that there are people out there that can try and, I mean, I don't know, like they just try to pass off the idea that they can just lie to people and they're just putting like propaganda and fear tactics out there, and these people are always trying to start stuff, start drama to make money, then I can bring people together and help people out. Because I'm doing something even better than that. I mean, again, I've never been, YouTube's never really attacked my channel. I've never even had copyright strikes or anything like that. It's crazy. It really is. I hear about all these things happening to people, and if people aren't exaggerating it, I guess it's just the content they upload and how popular they are. But really, I've never had that problem myself. I don't know why. Maybe because most of the content I upload is video games, but it's usually I always get permission from all the content holders, and they don't have a problem with that, because they're usually the ones that would take it down, and nobody else would. But the point I'm trying to get at, though, is YouTube, you really got to fix this. Not just because of the ads and all that, but rather, just the people themselves. If you even attempt to try and piss your fans off, you're not sending a good message to people. You're just screwing the site up. And honestly, I mean, hey, it's not a problem for me, because I could back up all my videos and just go somewhere else and put them on there. So, hey, it ain't hurt me. But, for the people that it does hurt, though, why even go that route? Why not just help people out? Because, you're just like those companies that have overconfidence, like GameStop, for example. They think that just because they buy everybody out and they can just rip people off, and they can be the shadiest company that you'll ever come to acknowledge. But one day it'll bite them so hard that there's no hope for them, even though they have millions and billions of dollars. But other than that, if it wasn't for the fact that they know how to play their cards right, they could be the biggest jackasses in the world of business, and yet they tank the business world, which is pretty damn stupid. But YouTube, just fix this, because we need to fix this. So again, send this video to everybody you know. What do you guys think needs to be fixed on YouTube? And subscribe if you like content like this, because I love to talk about these things.